everyone, welcome back to Simbright Fashion Academy YouTube channel on the Corset project sew along class. So you can see how we finished up our gown. So it's high time for us to attach the sleeve. Okay, so now I come in with my sleeve. So we are going to use our off shoulder sleeve which we drafted, and we are going to add fullness to it, and then we'll be having an elastic band on the elbow length or below the elbow length. So I'll be slashing and spreading this pattern immediately, so we'll be able to achieve what we actually want. So I'm using an organza fabric for that part of the sleeve. Okay, all right, so we'll start with a slash and spread before we go into the cutting and stitching of this sleeve as well. So here on my off shoulder pattern, I'm going to slash and spread the hem. I'm spreading the hem part, and then I'll put another paper below before we cut it on fabric. Right now, in the slashing and spreading of this sleeve, I would want to use what I have here as my strap, because we are going to have a strap built into the corset. So from this point, I'm slashing, or I'm building my strap at 2 inches. So it's going to have a strap of 2 inches. So this is my strap. So I will quickly trace out my strap. Okay, so I'm going to trace out my strap right now, and then we'll also slash and spread this. I've cut out the strap. As you can see now, this is the strap. So now I'll set the strap aside. I'm going to cut the strap with my Ankara, and then I'm going to rule my line at intervals, okay, for my slash and spread. So I'm going to measure from the edge of the sleeve right now. I'm measuring 7.5. I'll be taking 2.5, 2.5. Okay, so that is how I want to spread it. So you can just distribute the spreading of the sleeve. So I'm going to rule my line from one end to the other. I'll rule the other line from one end to the other. So I'm slashing 1, 2, and 3. So the part we need fullness to is the down part. That is the part I need fullness to. So I'll open it up, and I'll open this up. Can you see that? So that is how we are going to. So I'm going to spread it as much as I can. I'm going to spread it as much as I can. But as I'm doing that, please make sure you don't alter what you have on this part. Okay? So this part remains the same. The only part we are adding our fullness is to this part. So I'm going to just spread it so it does not form a curve. Okay, just spread it still, so you still have that straight edge at this point. So what I have here is a spread of 6 inches, 6 inches. Okay, so I think 6 inches, 6 inches is okay for the spread. So I'll just come in with my piece of paper right now. So I'll be using this edge for my spread. So I'll just rule a baseline. So once I rule a baseline, I will apply my adhesive on this part, because that is where I want to start spreading. So I'll just spread on this line as my base line. I'll just make sure this line, this part touches this part like that. Okay, please don't allow it cut off. All right, so once we have that part, the next we want to do, the next one you want to do is to go over to the hem. So at the hem part, I'm going to spread again at 6 inches. Okay, so I'll just spread at 6 inches. So I'll take off and make sure I have this one will be at the center. Okay, so let me just apply my adhesive so it sticks at the center for me. And from that center, I'm going to measure 6 inches and I'll make a mark at 6 inches. Okay, so that's exactly where I have the 6 inches mark. So I'll apply my adhesive. Okay, so I'm done spreading the number 1. Then this part, I'll also measure my 6 inches from this point. I'll measure 6 inches and I'll apply my adhesive at that point to stick for me. Okay, so I'm done spreading now. So the next thing I want to do, I want to extend this line. Okay, because I'm making use of the whole piece of paper for this spread. I really need it to spread for me. You can see that. So I'm going to cut out what I have on my pattern. I'm cutting out from this point. I'm just cutting out my spread line. So I'll just cut a straight line here because at this point we don't need any shape. We don't need any shape to the sleeve. Okay, the sleeve flows like that. So I'm cutting from here and I'll just cut what I have straight on this part. So at this point I'll just cut like this. Okay, I'm cutting straight. You know, the sleeve part will be straight, so it does not matter this little, it needs to be straight on this edge so that by the time we fix our strap, you see the strap still matches up. Okay, and we'll make a little adjustment to that part. So this is all we need. So at this point I added more room for, because we are going to add elastic, I added like 7 inches. Okay, both for seam allowance and to hem it. So our elastic will be somewhere here. Okay, we are going to have our elastic somewhere here. Can you see that? So this is the shape of sleeve we are making for our off shoulder. Alright, so that is that. So I'm going to cut this on fabric. I'll also stay my Ankara and cut this so you will fix the sleeve immediately. Alright, so I'm done cutting my sleeve slash and spread, and I've added my necessary seam allowances, as you can see. So it's time for us to sew the sleeve. I have my strap which I cut as well. So the sleeve I have here, you can see how I spread the sleeve. So I have that fullness at this point. This is where I want to add the elastic, so I'll be able to have the fullness I want at this point. So now I'm going to, I stayed my strap, so I'll be using one of my straps to demonstrate to you what we are talking about for this particular sleeve. So I take away one of my sleeves now, and I'll be talking about the sleeve right here. So this is it, and this is where we are going to sew the strap. Okay, so the strap will be sewn right here, and it's going to be like this. Okay, right inside the sleeve. Okay, so it's actually going to be right inside the sleeve. So I'll quickly sew this strap right now, right inside the sleeve. Then I'm also going to create my elastic casing for this. This is what we need right here. So I'm going to prepare this, and that will be in our next tutorial. So this is how we come to the end of today's corset sew along. So in the next tutorial we'll continue. We are almost done with the dress, so we'll continue in the next tutorial. So if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell to receive videos like this all the time. Like this video, share to family and friends, and drop your comments on the comment section and your suggestions as well. So thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.